Hello everyone, I am going to do a different market update. I received a request from one of my subscribers to do Lake Wales. So this is for March 2026 compared to March 2025 for my Lake Wales subscribers. Don't know that I can do this every month. It actually takes quite a bit of time to research and then shoot and record and edit and then post these videos. I don't know that I can break it down to 3 a month for different areas, but we'll see what I can do. Certainly can try to do some periodically for Lake Wales as well. So let's get into the numbers for March 2026. This is your April market update. Closed sales in Lake Wales, we had 20 closed sales compared to 2022 a year ago. That's a decrease of 9.1%. Cash sales as a percentage of closed sales, 25% of all sales were cash sales. That's compared to 31.8% a year ago, a decrease of 21.4%. The median sales price in Lake Wales is $241,000. That's compared to $260,000 a year ago. That's a decrease of 7.3%. And the average sales price is $248,628 compared to $247,827 a year ago, an increase of 0.3%. The median percent of original list price, 90.3% of original list price compared to 94.5% a year ago. That's a decrease of 4.4%. The median time to contract, 54 days to contract compared to 31 days a year ago. That's an increase of 74.2%. So taking significantly longer this year to go under contract in Lake Wales. Median time to sale, 87 days compared to 61 days a year ago. That's an increase of 42.6%. New pending sales, 20 compared to 31 a year ago. That's a decrease of 35.3%. Pending inventory, new listings, 46 new listings compared to 34 a year ago. That's an increase of 35.3%. Pending inventory, 29 compared to 38 a year ago. That's a decrease of 23.7%. Active inventory, 162 homes are active in Lake Wales compared to 139 a year ago. That's an increase of 16.5%. And then our month supply of inventory, 7.1 month supply of inventory compared to 6.9 month supply of inventory a year ago. That's an increase of 2.9%. And for Lake Wales, that means we are officially in a buyer's market. Tune in and we'll talk about what this all means for you moving forward. Have a great day. So the real estate market has been pretty interesting here over the last month. It's been largely impacted by what's happening in the economy, and what's happening in the economy has been largely impacted by the war in Iran. The biggest impact right now is really fuel prices. Fuel prices has skyrocketed, which makes everything else more expensive. Cars, food, clothing, pretty much everything. At the same time, interest rates, the Fed did not lower rates as expected. And mortgage rates, while they've come down a little bit from the high, are still about in the mid-sixes. I think the magic number for a lot of buyers is dropping below 6, and we're still quite a ways away from there. And with no end in sight in the gas prices, I'm not sure we're going to see that big dip in mortgage rates that we're all hoping for to really spur the real estate market on. That being said, what am I seeing out there? I am seeing that inventory is actually decreasing a bit, and what that means is that prices might actually start to level off or actually start to go up. They've not dropped a lot. There's been no crash. I mean, a 1% drop year over year or even a 2% drop year over year is not a crash by any means. But prices are stabilizing since the pandemic. We're not seeing that 10-20% year over year price increase. There's not a ton of bidding wars, although homes that are priced well and are in great condition will see a lot of activity. I had a listing that was listed for $230,000 here in Winter Haven. The seller had done the right updates. All the big systems were updated, windows were updated. So it's an older home, but it didn't feel like an older home. And that home was on the contract a little over maybe 2 weeks, and it's already under contract at asking price minus some seller concessions. So The homes priced well will still move quickly in this market. Homes that are priced just like anything else, average or maybe on the high side, are going to sit. And they're going to sit, and they're going to sit, and eventually you're going to sit so long that people think there's something wrong with it, and that's going to make them sit even longer. So pricing, if you're a seller, is more important than ever. You've got to price it right. You can't say, well, I know it's only worth $325, but let's try to get $340 out of it. We'll always negotiate down, because people aren't going to look at your house. They might look at it online, but they're not going to come and physically see it. And we need to get butts in the house in order to really sell it, honestly, in this market. So if you're a seller, pricing, listen to your realtor, price it where your realtor suggests, and don't try to go higher. If anything, you're better off going a little bit lower. You might create a bidding war, and that might actually bid the price up. If you're a buyer, it is a good time to look to buy right now. There's lots of options. Sellers are willing to negotiate. They're willing to make repairs. They're willing to offer some seller concessions. A great place to look is new construction. They're dropping the prices on some of those homes, plus they're paying all your closing costs, plus they're buying down your interest rate. You really can't get a better deal. I took a couple out this weekend to look at a mobile home on a nice piece of land. The mobile home was a disaster. It was a mess. The tenant in it's not keeping it up well. It wasn't really showing ready. We could see there had been a roof leak as soon as we walked in the door. And the clients had also looked at new construction the day before. And that new construction, a 2-story new construction, I think it's 4 bedrooms, was only $25,000 more than this mobile home. And honestly, this mobile home needed way more than $25,000 worth of work to make it really good, habitable. So there's a real option out there if you're willing to look at new construction. You know, I think a lot of what's going to happen with the real estate market is going to depend on the war in Iran, and when we can end that and get gas prices down. That is really driving everything right now. And what it's doing more than anything is it's keeping buyers on the sidelines. They're afraid to make a major purchase, not knowing if they have job security, not knowing if prices for food and everything is going to go up even more. And so a lot of people are being conservative, and they're holding off on major purchases like a home or a car. So that's kind of what's happening with the real estate market right now. I think, again, though, not everybody has a choice, right? Sometimes a job relocation happens, death, divorce, birth, all those things happen that make it necessary to buy or sell. And so if you find yourself in that situation, you just need to talk through your situation. Remember, I really try to consult with you and offer you my best advice based on your unique situation. Please reach out to me. I'd love to help you. Remember, you can't miss with Chris. Have a great day, everybody.